Very good. Welcome to boot camp. I'm going to start with our warm-up. I was so sore last week from the workout. I was sore for like 3 or 4 days. So that's why we're going to do it again. So pick up those knees, swing the arms. So you can always modify any of the movements. Keep it low impact. Take water breaks at any time. Play music if you want. And that is all that I have to tell you about boot camp. So last week and this week's timing is 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. And then we do 3 rounds of that, and then we change it to 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. Same 3 rounds of exercises, and then finally with Tabata, which is 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. All right, let's do our stiff soldier march, getting into the hamstrings. Ooh, geez, my hamstrings are super tight. We're going to some squats. I'm going to change up the arms. So basic squat is shoulders just outside, heels just outside of shoulder distance apart. Drop that butt back and down. So what I want to try different things of is reaching the arms forward as our butt drops back and down. Keep that chest up, and braced. And then start to swing the arms up a little higher. So a little more dynamic range of motion and stretch into the chest. Activate those rear deltoids and traps. So you have to feel an obligation to raise the arm a certain height. We're just trying to reach it higher than usual to kind of get a little more range of motion into our shoulder area. Good. And it does activate your upper back muscles a little bit more too. Let's do 4 more. We'll do the same with the lunges. So for lunges, take your feet hip distance apart. Slide one leg back. Again, you can start with the basic lunge. Keep that chest up. Torso vertical. Back knee drops down. And then I'm going to start to add those arms. So I'm going to, as I reach the arm up and lower the back knee, you're going to feel a little more in this hip flexor being stretched. Okay? And just kind of adding some variation to the arms here. Let's do 1 more. All right, so let's switch sides. So different lead leg. So start with the squats, the lunges first. And again, even before we lift the arms, you should feel this hip flexor of the back leg being stretched, right? Because this is an extended hip motion. All right, and then let's add the arms. Basically reaching the arms up as the back knee drops down. Give me 4 more. I totally did not count the other side, so hopefully this is relatively symmetrical. Now we go into our plank, waking up our core muscles. Well, core muscles are any muscle that attaches to your spine and pelvis. So if you've already been working the core muscles, you already activated the glutes, hamstrings, quads, hip flexors. Here's specific focus on the abdominals, and specifically the transverse abdominals. All right, a few more breaths. Inhale, exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale, exhale. For push-ups, I'm going to go to my knees. You can do them on your toes. Take my hands wider than the mat. Lower the chest to elbow height. Ideally, you want to be in a straight line position, straight line body position for push-ups, especially if you're on your toes. knees, it's okay to have a little bit of flexion at the hip, but you know, we are aiming for neutral hip position. Okay, don't want to do too many of that. So, any other sort of warm up you need to do to get loose? Like I said, we're doing a 40-20 to start, 3 rounds. The first exercise is going to be reverse lunge. So taking it, alternating. So as I step back, so with my right leg, I'm actually going to reach down. Oh, sorry. I'm going to actually reach down and do sort of an oblique touchdown towards the front leg. Okay? So it's going to look like this. Now, you really want to try to keep the lunge in good alignment. The bending comes from the rib cage, like this. So I'm not doing anything funky with my knees, you know, just to be clear. All right, so don't focus. If you touch the ground, you touch the ground. But don't focus on touching the ground. Focus on this bend, this lateral bend towards the front leg. All right, that will challenge that leg a little more. It challenges your balance. But I don't want you to focus on touching the floor because that might, you know, mess around with your knees. Okay, so that's the first exercise, and I'll show you the second exercise during the 20-second break. So starting now. So there are no jumps in this first one. No jumps. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So reach towards the front leg. So just have this kind of airplane arms. All right, I'll just kind of turn and show you a side view here. So it's sort of a level of coordination and balance challenge to this lunge. 10 more seconds. That's quick. Let that back knee go down into that lunge. And pause. All right, so we're doing our push-ups. You do a push-up. You come to the side. Push-up to the side. And then next time you come down, bring your hands narrow for a tricep push-up. Okay, so alternate between chest and tricep. Go ahead and start. So we have our wide push-up, and now I'm going to bring my hands close, tricep push-up, hands close, tricep push-up. And if you want to alternate, you could do one wide and then one close. Ooh. Feel free to do wide on the toes, which is a little easier, and close on the knees. Tricep push-up on the knees. Come off your knees, go into that T. All right, so alternating T push-ups, tricep versus chest. Okay, back to our lunges. 20 seconds break. That's it. Those are the first 2 exercises. Okay, I'm going to start with the other leg going back first. In 3, 2, 1, go. Lunge and tilt. Lunge and tilt. Really double check on that knee alignment, okay? Work the obliques. The obliques contract. Just first it stretches and then it contracts. I have to feel my shoulders because I'm keeping my arms extended out to the side. 10 seconds. If you weren't moving before, you should definitely be warming up now. All right, good. Pause. So again, wide push-up and then narrow push-up. Feels different. Chest focused, tricep focused. And in between, we're lifting up into a side plank. All right, in 3 seconds. I'm going to start with the wide. Have your feet apart, and I'm going narrow up into the T. I'm going wide. So just change how you position your hand. I'm actually traveling too much, so I gotta. And those tricep push-ups are tough. Cool. Maybe I'll do just chest push-ups. Any variation you want. Okay. Now you get a minute rest. So it's 4 minutes of work. Lower body, upper body, lower body, upper body. You get a whole minute rest. And we're going to round 2. Here we're doing the burpee. Okay, so normally when you do a burpee, you put your hands down and you jump your feet back. Right? And you're here. You can do the optional push-up. But what I'm offering in terms of variation for the plank, for the burpee here, is to do 2 jumps. Jump number 1, jump number 2. All right, you're up here. Put your hands down. Jump 1, bear, jump 2. Push up. Jump, jump. Optional jump. And then you can always do the step back. Push up, optional, step in. Okay? So the jump variations are basically you jump to bear plank, jump to full plank, do your optional push-ups, jump to bear plank, jump your feet all the way in. Okay? That is the variation. Starting in 10 seconds with this burpee variation. Remember, you can do any burpee variation you want. Or you can skip burpees and just do push-ups and squats. Really? Okay. Good. Hands down. Bear. Full. Bear. In. Oh, actually jump here. Jump. 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 So you want to keep your abs burning as your foot makes contact with the mat so that you are always having a strong neutral spine. Bear, full plank. Bear, stand up. Okay. Take your 20 seconds. Take your 20 seconds. So burpees are a total body exercise. So here we're doing an ab. We're letting our arms and legs rest. Crunch your feet. Lower. Crunch. Lower. Crunch. So upper body works, lower body. Upper, lower. If you're a little more challenged, or maybe this is not necessarily more challenging, is you lift, lower, lift, down. Lift, lower. Sometimes this helps with inference a little more when your upper shoulder blades are up. So this is another variation. Or you can do up, down with the shoulder blades, down, up with the legs. Always keep that lower back imprinted. All right, back to the burpees. So burpees, doing upper and lower body at the same time, right? It's challenging. Doing push-ups and squats. And then we pair this with abdominals. All right, 5 seconds. Here we go. Burpees, jump, jump. Let's go. Bear, plank. Bear, in. Jump. Push-ups are optional. Remember, this whole workout's optional, so glad that you're here and that we are working out together. Ten seconds. Just in time for one more burpee. All right. Feet to the floor. So I showed you 2 abdominal variations. Lower back is always going to stay imprinted to the mat. All right, for the safety of your lower back. Option to bend your knees a little bit. So you can crunch, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. So basically I'm lowering my leg while my shoulder blades are up. And the other option, like I showed in the first round, is to have your shoulder blades down. So my shoulder blades are down as I do the lower lift, which again, they all feel and have its own challenges. I would definitely say when the head and shoulders are down doing the leg lowering, it is a little more challenging. A little more challenging. It's harder to stay imprinted, actually. 3, 2, 1. All right, take your minute. Get water if you haven't gotten water yet. Round 3. I know, it feels like we're blowing through this. But don't forget, we're revisiting all these exercises again with a different timing. All right, this one has a lot of jumps. What is this? Oh. And you've probably seen this in one of my other classes. We're always going to go out, in to hit distance apart, jump, jump. In, out, in, pop, pop, pop. So wide, narrow, switch, switch. Back to base. Wide, narrow. All right, non-jumping version. Lunge, lunge. Move right leg out in, left leg out in. Step it back right, step it back left. 30 seconds of rest. 30 seconds of rest. So you can do everything with or without jumps. All right, so if you have neighbors below you, or your knee joints just need a little break, you can start with plyometrics, the explosive jumping. Get that heart rate up, fast twitch motions, fast twitch muscle fibers. And you can always go back to low impact options. Ready? Ready. Let's go. Out, in, split, split. Out, in. I actually like to switch up which leg goes back. So then my right leg goes back, then my left leg goes back, and then this time my left leg goes back, and then my right leg goes back. These are meant as you land. Absorb the jumping. Our bait position is here. Knees, feet, hip distance apart. And then we go into our split lunge. And we go into the out in squat. All right, what do we pair this with? Oh. I haven't done this one in a while. Tricep dips. You can do a dip and a kick, dip and a kick, or you can dip and kick at the same time. Dip and kick. So I extend the leg as I bend the elbows. Fingertips pointed at your heels, please. It's a little more challenging when you lift the leg because more weight goes onto those arms versus down, up, and then a leg lift. All right? And it's kind of also like, you know, you get a little break when the arms are straight and you kick a leg up. And this dip version with the legs going and the arms bent is kind of more constant. So a little more challenging as you kick and bend into those arms. Locking the triceps. Okay. Let's go back to the legs. See how we're doing lower body, upper body, lower body, upper body? Good, my arms are beat, so I'm gonna work my legs. And then my legs will be tired and I'll work my arms. Ready? Go. Knees and toes always aligned with each other. Front, front, corners, front. When you go into your wide squat, your knees and toes point to the corners. I should keep on remembering which leg goes back first, so hopefully I'm alternating. 5 seconds. Woo! My leg muscles are really burning out. Oh. Okay, okay. Okay. This is our 3rd round. Isn't that quick? Okay. Fingertips need to point towards your butt, your heels. Lift it. Good. And bend. Make sure you are bending the elbow so you can straighten it again. If your butt touches the floor, but don't let your triceps rest. If your butt taps the floor, it's a tap, not because you're resting. If you like this exercise, feel free to do push-ups. For sure, push-ups also work the triceps. Just try to do variations so we're not always doing push-ups all the time. 5 seconds. I really feel my triceps. Oh, that's it, that's it. Back to round one. First exercise was the reverse lunge with the lateral side bend, reaching towards the floor on the same side as the front leg. All right, how are we doing? It's time to get a quick drink of water. All right, got my water. So 30-second timing now. 30 seconds of work, so shorter work interval, followed by a slightly shorter rest interval, 15 seconds rest. Are we ready? Okay, 10 seconds. This is the first exercise. 3, 2, 1, go. Lunge and lean. Lateral bend. I don't know if lean is the right word. You're reaching down, and at this point you feel a stretch here, contraction here, and a little bit more work and more challenge to stabilize and not lose your balance as you step into the lunge. Good. Watch that knee and toe alignment. Cool. That's it. 30 seconds. Okay. Now, by the way, 30 seconds, you didn't quite feel the challenge or fatigue. We can make it plyometric. Okay, here we go. T push-ups, tricep push-ups into the T. Back to the wide. And then to the narrow. Yep, for just a brief moment, you're in a side plank, which requires its own balance challenge, right, of not falling over. Chest and triceps, and of course, our abs are working for the plank. Okay, here's how you can make a plyometric. Go like this. Should have shown you that the first time. Sorry, my bad. Wasn't sure if anyone wanted to do it. Whoa! Totally lost my balance there. Well, 30 seconds. There's a low impact version, there's usually a high impact version too. Similar to every high impact exercise, there's usually a low impact version. Oh, it was so hard. I can't do it. I'm done. Pause. 30 seconds done. Goodness gracious. Now I remember why I didn't want to show it. Okay. You want to feel challenged, but you want to be able to do it too. Keep it up. 30 seconds. I'm doing too wide, and I'm doing too narrow. Dos. Chest. And chest. Tricep. Oh, that's hard. Tricep. Oh. Come to your knee like this. It's okay. Ready? One more. Okay. I'm making a break. Round 2, burpees and abs. Remember the burpees? You did a jump, jump. When you do this jumping, you really want to make sure your hips don't sag. All right, so we're avoiding this. We're avoiding that. This one's a little easier to jump into the bear plank and not have a sagged hip because your knees are under your hips. But definitely be careful when you jump out into that high plank that your hips don't sag. All right, we have about 20 seconds left. burpees with the jump, followed by the abs. All right, 15 seconds, we start. Wow, my heart rate is, my breath is still really up there. That's okay. Hard, oh. And 3, 2, 1. Oops, jump. I was so excited, I just went all the way back into that high plank. Jump. Halfway out, all the way out. Halfway in, all the way in. Looking good. Go as fast as you can, but with good technique. It's always about good technique. Abs, lay down. All right, never sacrifice form for quantity. I'd rather say do 5 good ones versus 10 sloppy ones. Crunch, lower, lift. Again, I've shown you 2 variations, so pick the variation that you feel is more challenging for you. You don't want your lower back to hurt. You want to feel your abs. Keep that low back imprinted. Okay, burpees round 2. The good news is we don't see this again until the Tabata, which is probably terrible. All right, let's go. It's short. Short interval. Let's go as fast as you can with good form, like I said. Push the no. Last one. And there's the timer. Finish the burpee. If you're halfway through a burpee, finish it. Well, I try to finish it usually. And I usually collapse in the middle. I'm going to do the other version. Then go up, down, and then down, up. So I'm doing the second variation of this exercise. Keep breathing. Exhale and inhale constantly. Okay, take a minute break. And then we do the Tabata round. It is 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, but it's not just 4 rounds, right? 2 of each. It's 8 rounds. It's going to take a little longer. So we're back to that first section. Oh wait, no. We have a third round, sorry. We do the plow squat, in, out, lunge. Back around, one more. Oops. Give me a, oh, you get a minute break. Yeah, duh. You still get your minute break. But after this, we're not moving to the body yet. We're doing this. Okay? In 15 seconds. All right. Just lost track of round 2 versus round 3. So, no to body yet. 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest with our out in lunge. That right there is wrong. Get down. Let's go. This is not an exercise done with straight legs. Notice my knees are always bent. I'm trying to stay as low to the ground as I can. That keeps the leg muscles loaded and challenged. If you need a break, yeah, stand up. Straighten those legs. But only if you really need the break. Only 5 seconds of work left. Only 5 seconds. And pause. Okay, we have our dips. Ooh. Triceps, smaller muscle group. They burn out easily. All right, and wonder like, why do you get so tired easily? Smaller muscle group. Let's go. Smaller muscle group. It's not like your legs. Your legs and butt can handle a lot. Yeah. We're only 15 seconds halfway through, and my triceps are practically beat. Try to keep that chest lifted. Like I said, it's okay if your butt touches the ground, but don't rest. Back on your feet. Oh. Ah. All right. Not much time here. Get ready? Let's move. Keep the arms. When one leg goes back, that other arm goes forward. Opposition. Helps with balance. Focus on staying low, landing softly. Okay, down on the ground. 15 seconds of rest. And now we get a minute, and then we do Tabatas. Okay, here we go. Bend and kick. And you remember you can do the other version where you bend down and straighten and then kick. That gives your triceps a little more break in between each one. Also, you don't have to straighten your legs all the way. Nice hamstring stretch though. Oh, there you go. Man. Back to the first exercise. And like I showed you, because it's only 20 seconds of work, maybe you won't feel completely fatigued if you're doing the step back. So you may want to do the jumping version. And by the way, if the jumping and the side leans is too much, then take out the side leans and just do the jumping. Okay? All right. You get about 20 more seconds of rest. Okay. Grab some water. This is it. All right, let me check on time here. Yeah, so we're only going to be able to do 2 rounds of Tabata like last week. So I'm going to combine the burpees with the last exercise. But this first one is going to be all the way through this. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. When did that work? Maybe just don't lean as much to the side. Helps you maintain balance better. Careful about your ankles and knees alignment, especially when you're doing the jumping version. All right, 2 push-ups. If you're not feeling the challenge in the chest, or you want to focus on triceps, do it. Let's go. There's really no time to rest. It's 10 seconds. By the time you get on the ground, it's time to work again. 20 seconds of work, though. By now, we're really fatigued. At this stage in the workout, if you've been pushing yourself, you should really feel tired. 20 seconds is pretty much it. Let's go. 20 seconds of work pretty much like finishes you off because you're already fatigued. We didn't just start the workout. We've been working out for 30 minutes already. Good. Yeah, Tabatas suck. I'm repeating again. All right, we have 2 more of each. Go, go, go. Oops, I'm leaning the wrong way. This way. See what happens when you get tired? Your brain stops working. Boot camp is just as much mind-body as anything else. As yoga, as dance, all with exercise. You gotta think. If you lose your concentration, you mess up. Like I just did. What? I thought we were gonna do crunches. Sorry. Totally losing my brain here. Keep moving. That means going to your knees. Then go to your knees. Ah. What? Hair everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna do a step back this time. This is the last round. Oops. Gosh, I did it again. Gotta go towards the front leg. Nothing wrong with going towards the back leg. I just designed this particular exercise to challenge the front leg and all. Okay, last round. Gosh. It's like I'm losing hair as I'm doing push-ups or something. It's like hair falls out as I'm doing squat jumps. Crazy, crazy. Last 5 seconds. One more push-up. One more T. And break. Ugh. It's a take a minute rest. It's a daily routine of me just going around my house, clean up all my hair. Because one, I don't have a pet. Imagine if I had a pet. Then I gotta clean up my dog's hair too. Okay, this is it. This is the last 4 minutes of work, okay? So you don't have to do 4 rounds of burpees, you do 2 rounds. So burpee, abs, and then is the jump, lunge combo, and dips for 2. Okay? And that's because we need time to stretch. Are we ready? Here we go. That was your mirrors. No, feels quick. So burpees. Only 20 seconds. Hit it. Only 20 seconds. Let's go. Left. Left. Okay, on the ground. 5 seconds left of the rest. Let's go. Make sure you're breathing. There's no holding of the breath during abs. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Stand up. Get to burpee position. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now say your burpees. On the ground. On the ground. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set of abs. Right after this, we have 10 seconds to transition to our squat out in, lunge, plyometric combo. All right, friends. Keep your knees bent. You got this. In 3, 2, 1. Nice job, nice job. I see you, I see you. all about our own accountability too. What do you do when someone's not watching? Stop. Not when someone's not watching. When nobody's watching. What do you do? Log on and do this out, right? Almost there. We have 1 minute of work after this. It's 20 seconds. All right, stand up. So 20 seconds of our lower body, 20 seconds of dips, and then we are stretching. Let's go. Show me what you can do. 20 seconds. Push, push. Get yourself breathless. Get that heart rate up there. Oh, it burns. It burns. Down on the ground. Down on the ground. This is it. Last 20 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. I started a little early. What does that mean? It means I can end earlier. No, just kidding. I'll go all the way through. Last 10 seconds of today's workout. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh gosh. If your heart rate's up, you probably don't want to lay down, actually. All right, if your heart rate's up, let's actually stay sitting for a moment. So let the heart rate come back down. I'm reaching forward for my toes, pulling it back, stretching the calves, stretching the hamstrings, feeling the stretch across my upper and lower back. Your heart rate's going to slowly come back down. Take a leg, cross it over. So I have my back leg crossing over the front leg, or in other words, my right leg crossing over my left. And now I'm going to turn to my right. So you're going to turn towards the leg that is bent. Try to lengthen your spine and rotate. Okay, other side. I don't know, can you guys hear me breathing? Oh my gosh. I'm breathing so hard. All right, so that's your side twist. I should do this stretch more often. I don't do it as often as I want. Good. Well, since we're down on the ground, let's just stay on the ground. Quad stretch. Sometimes it's good to do this on the ground because you don't have to worry about balance or falling over. So you can really focus on pulling the leg behind you and getting a little extra quad and hip flexor stretch without worrying about falling over. Sometimes we can't stand and pull the leg behind us because we lose our balance. Okay, I want you to roll onto your back. Take that same leg that was just stretched. Put that knee over the ankle over the knee for a glute stretch. And even though I don't like turning away from you, I just want to show you what it looks like from the back side. When I pull my leg, I'm pulling it straight back. I'm not pulling it up into the side, straight back. You can see that my heel is still aligned with my butt on the same side. So left heel aligned to the left butt cheek, and I just pull the leg straight behind. Okay, and then you come onto your back again. Now we're stretching the glute on my front leg. If you feel the stretch here, stay right there. If you don't, you can pull it in closer and closer to your chest. While we're on the ground, I'd like you to do an ab stretch. We don't do this often either. If this is a stretch, stay right there. If you want, go into a deeper abdominal stretch by straightening your arms. This stretch doesn't feel good for everyone, and so make sure that if it doesn't feel good for your lower back, that you don't do it. You can also come onto your hands and knees, arch the back, round the back. You get the range of motion in your spine. All right. All right, so just want to do a few upper body stretches, one of them being your tricep. So big circles back to get the shoulders, and then triceps. We did dips today and those tricep T push-ups. So 2 more triceps than usual. This is also a nice stretch if you feel this oblique here, you do the side bend. And we did do that side bend today during the first exercise in our lunge sort of side touchdown there. Can you hear James training? Because he's in the other room training a client, but it's loud. Hope you don't hear him. All right, thanks so much for joining. I'm dead. Oh my gosh, I'm so dead.